Bitia. I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the topic Data Warehouse, Backend Tools and Utilities. Data warehouse is basically what? It is, you can say the data comes from the heterogeneous sources, and that data is the filtered data, and that data is stored in a warehouse. That is the data warehouse, right? So if you are talking about the backend tools and utilities of the data warehouse, then see this figure. This is the architecture of data warehouse. In this, it is categorized into basically three sections, and these are the data sources, data marts, and the tools. And as I told you that data warehouses house is what the data comes from the different sources, means heterogeneous sources like external sources, operational DB, databases, and the different data sources like. And this data is transformed, okay, for what? For some purpose, like if it, this you see here in this circle, like extract, transform, load, and refresh. So this is talking about this data which comes from the heterogeneous sources, right? And this data transform or extract into and stored in the warehouse, as you see in this. And data mart is what? Means you can see the small sections, like in malls you go, so there are different sections, like some showrooms of shoes, some showrooms of garments, and some showrooms of other items. So there are different marts, means subject oriented. So here these are this section comes into the monitoring and administration. Okay, so here the metadata repository. Metadata is what? Data about data, right? And after transforming or extraction and load, or you can say refresh this data in the warehouse, this data goes to the transfer to the OLAP servers. OLAP means online analytical processing, and online analytical processing, the data which is basically analyzed on the historical data, right? Because analysis is totally based on the historical data. It is not the transaction data. I am not talking about the OLTP. OLTP is the online transaction processing, means we are talking about the current data. So from this data, that data comes from the data warehouse, go to the server, and then various tools are applied, like analysis, query reporting, data mining. These are the tools actually which we are applying. So you can say that this is the architecture basically of the data warehouse. So as highlighted in the red circle in this diagram, data warehousing system use various data extraction and cleaning tools and load and refresh utilities for populating data warehouses. So below now we are describing the backend tools and utilities. Here I am talking about this red circle. Okay, so in this various utilities, backend tools and utilities, first is the data cleaning. Data cleaning is what? In the data warehouse, there involves a large volume of data. Okay, a large volume of data means from where? From multiple sources. Okay, so these multiple sources which lead to high probability of errors and anomalies in the data. So there are inconsistent fields lengths, inconsistent descriptions, inconsistent value assignments, missing entries, and violation of integrity constraints are some of the examples. So the three classes of data cleaning tools are popularly used to help detect data anomalies and correct them. Okay, now the data migration tools in this allow simple transformation rules to be specified, and data scrubbing tools means use domain specific knowledge to do the scrubbing of data from multiple sources, and the data auditing tools in this discover rules and relationships by scanning data. Then the next is the load. Load means after loading the data, means you can say that after extracting, cleaning, and transforming. So the after these things will be done, and then the data will be loaded, means आपका fresh data हो गया, so that fresh data will be loaded into the data warehouse. So a load utility has to allow the system administrator to monitor status, to cancel, suspend and resume a load, and to restart after failure with no loss of data integrity. So the sequential loads can take a very long time to complete, especially when it deals with terabytes of data. So therefore pipeline and partition parallelism are typically used. Also, incremental loading over full load is more popularly used with most commercial utilities, since it reduces the volume of data that has to be incorporated into the data warehouse. Now the next is the refresh. So after loading, just like the website uh, 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 if you are something uploading, means you are just refreshing, means sometimes you told that I sent you a mail, but that person says what ki no, I didn't receive any mail from your side. So I just tell ki what, just you refresh your web page. Okay, then after refreshing the web page, means that mail can be seen. So what is the reason behind, means after updating or uploading, something is want to be something is to be refreshed actually. So there are two issues to consider when refreshing a data warehouse: when and how to refresh. So first is that typically the warehouse is refreshed periodically. The refresh policy is set by the data warehouse administrator depending on the business needs, and traffic refreshing techniques depend on the characteristics of the source database and the capabilities of the database servers. So the most contemporary database system provide replication servers that support incremental techniques for moving updates from a primary database to one or more replicas. There are two basic replication techniques, and what are these techniques? First is the data shipping and the second is the transaction shipping. Data shipping, in this they treat a table in the data warehouse as a remote snapshot of a table in the source database. So a trigger is used to update a snapshot log table whenever the source table changes. Second is the transaction shipping, means uses the regular transactions log instead of triggers and especially snapshot log tables. So at the source database side, the transaction log is used to detect updates on replicated tables, and those logs records are transferred to the replication servers. So these are the basically two replication techniques for this. So this is all about today's session, and this session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jagati Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.